Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. This is Gia Olibukharelo, and I just have this today, laid in my heart, to share, not just for you who will be watching this, but also for me, that talking about association, power of association. Honestly, the reason why I'm mentioning this is God created everybody for a purpose, right? God created everybody and having placed within them potential, literally wealth of greatness, wealth of, there's talents, there's a lot of stuff that God really locked up inside of a person. And hence, that's why no person was just made, nobody's a mistake. Let me put it that way. So my thing or my message, why I'm saying that and why I'm saying it's, I'm talking about power of association and why I'm starting, through all the way I am starting to mentioning, why God created a person, that it's for a purpose, is because sometimes we get into associations or relations, with people or with things that, we end up holding so tightly to, even when it's time, to let go of such things, or, such things no longer edifies us, or such things no longer, gives us, when such things no longer actually gives us any edification or builds us, we're still holding on tightly to such people or to such things. We need to know the season, of letting go. Some things and some people are just for a certain period of time, and we must never force, ourselves into, having to force things, to last in our lives, or having to force people, to be a part of our lives for a long time, that which they're not even supposed to, because at sometimes, we end up holding so tightly to people who are not even, building us in a way that people who despise us, people who talk badly, negatively about us, or, people who no longer just add value at all. God is a God of growth. He is a God of change, and therefore He wants us to grow. He wants us to, develop and becoming more like Him, changing in a good way, in evolving to being like Him. And therefore, such things, or holding tightly to such things, ends up either making us bitter, either making us, have a lot of anger, have a lot of envy, there's just a lot, unforgiveness, hatred, and not being able to let go, because there's a time for everything. There's a time, yes, maybe to get such a person into your life, or to get such a thing, into your life, but there will be a time. Some things are not even allowed at all, we're not even supposed to associate ourselves with in the beginning, and because such things might end up costing a lot in our lives, like one of the things that I've mentioned, and therefore preventing God from doing what He wants to do, whenever He wants to do it, because God can do whatever that He wants to do through you and through me as His vessels whenever He pleases to, and imagine God wanting to do something only to find that I'm so full of bitterness, I'm so full of anger and hatred, that maybe now I can't even hear His voice, I can't even partake in what He wants to do through me, and that is why it's very important to know when to let go, when to stop certain things, when to cut off certain things, when to burn bridges, which bridges to burn, and never look back, because that, or doing that, is actually protecting that which God has put inside of us, so that when God wants to, reveal that one of the things, potentials or the talents, or, use us in any certain way, in any platform, we might be ready, because we have burned bridges that were supposed to be burned. We have let go and let God. We have, forgiven. We are no longer, living in bitterness or with bitterness. We no longer take offense or are offended, because we've literally let go of such things. And that is why, we'll be able maybe to hear God, even clearly. And so that is my message today is, may we know when to burn bridges. May we know when to cut off ties. May we know which ties to cut off. May we know when it is a season, the season is over of some things and some people in our lives. May we do it. And doing it is to protect what God has put inside of us. And may you be blessed. I love you.